Behind me is the Egohome Black 14-inch mattress, the most affordable mattress that we have ever tested on this channel. Does its price point match its comfort? Stay tuned as we dive in and give you our in-depth review of the Egohome 14-inch Black mattress. Hi, my name is Ethan and welcome back to Sleepline. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Egohome across 5 distinct categories, with those categories being comfort, motion isolation, edge support, temperature regulation, and finally, value of the bed. At the end of the review, we'll give you an aggregate score and let you know if this mattress is worth the price or better off left in this review. So Egohome is a budget mattress brand offering an extensive range of comforts and price points in their catalog. These mattresses start low as $149 US. Egohome offers a 100-night comfort trial with a $49 return processing fee if you decide that you don't like the bed. Beyond that, they also offer a 10-year limited warranty. With all the boring information out of the way, let's dive into the first category, with that being comfort. So Egohome sent us the medium version of this mattress, and we found in our testing that this mattress actually came in at about a medium soft overall. This is a mattress that has that classic slow, sinky, contour to your body, give you a hug, memory foam feel. Some people will love that. Other people will find that to be not the greatest, as this bed definitely envelops you within its foams. Well, this is a mattress that's going to do pretty well for side sleepers pretty much exclusively. Smaller back sleepers will do okay, but mid-size to larger back sleepers, as well as stomach sleepers of all sizes, are just not going to find the support that they need in this mattress. And from what I can tell online, the firm version of this bed isn't going to do great for side sleepers. So if you and your partner are looking for a mattress that's going to work well for both of you, and one of you sleeps on your stomach and the other on their side, there's not much of a compromise here from what I can tell right now, at least. As far as pressure relief goes, most side sleepers need quite a bit of pressure relief, and this bed is no slouch in that category. The foam that they're using does a really good job of alleviating all the pressure that I felt on my shoulders, on my hips, and it just felt really comfortable, for me at least. I am a side sleeper, so I'm the target audience for this bed, but I will say that I am approaching that no-go line because I could already tell that the support in this bed was almost not adequate for me on my side. I could feel that my hips were dipping a little bit, and even so, I would be concerned that over time, this mattress is just going to get softer and softer. So those who are right at that line of the right size for support in this mattress may want to make a note of that, because they might get less life out of this bed. But we'll talk more about that later on in the review. Even so, overall, as far as comfort goes, for small to mid-size side sleepers, this is a bed that's going to do really well in terms of comfort. And because of that, we give it an 8.5 out of 10. That being said, if you are a stomach or back sleeper, that score is definitely going to drop. Stomach sleepers, it's an absolute no-go. Just avoid this mattress in particular. In back sleepers, it's going to be about a 3-point drop overall. So comfort-wise, that probably would kick it out of the running for most back sleepers. And for back sleepers over 170 pounds, we wouldn't really recommend this bed for you either. And that brings us to our next category, which is motion isolation. Now, this is an all foam bed, and all foam beds are unequivocally the best option in terms of motion isolation because there's no coil and foam literally dampens motion. That is what it does. And because of that, this bed does incredibly well in terms of motion isolation. You can see here, I'm tossing the bowling ball, I'm getting in, getting out, and the water is not really moving at all. And your partner, they're not going to notice you getting in and out of this mattress pretty much at all either. This thing just does phenomenally well. But of course, I would be shocked if it didn't, because again, almost every single all foam mattress pretty much scores a 10 out of 10 in terms of motion isolation. And the story is no different here. Easy 10 out of 10. Next up is edge support. And for those of you sleeping in this mattress with a partner, this is probably going to be the most important category after, of course, comfort. And the reason for that being is if a mattress has poor edge support, you're going to have to scoot more to the middle of the bed. You can't really utilize that edge sleep space, which means you might buy a queen mattress, but your actual sleep surface might be closer to that of a full. So that impacts pretty much every other category. Motion transfers more the closer you are to your partner. Temperature builds up more the closer you are to your partner. Comfort is impacted more the closer you are to your partner. So having a bed that lacks edge support can be a really big problem. So how does the Egohome fare? It's not absolutely like atrocious by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely doesn't do very good either. This bed does have what we refer to as the waterfall effect, where the closer you get to the edge, the more the mattress caves and you basically slide out. You can see here, I am pretty much doing that exact thing. And that's not just for the video, that's what your real life sleep experience will be like as well. And because of that, you're gonna have to scoot in about 2 inches from the edge of this mattress, meaning you get 4 inches less in total between both sides. Now, that's super important for anyone looking at a full or a queen with a partner in the bed. King size, it doesn't really matter, but regardless, the edge support just isn't that great. Even when I'm sitting on the side of this bed, I don't feel very much support. So if you're sitting there in the morning and you're putting on your socks or anything, isn't gonna be the greatest experience. And because of that, we give edge support a 6 out of 10. And that takes us to temperature regulation. So temperature regulation is really important because 62% of sleepers report that they struggle with sleeping hot. Now, all foam mattresses traditionally do really, really poorly in this category because memory foam is a closed cell material. And what that means is as you lay on it, it compresses completely and airflow basically comes to a complete halt, which means heat builds up in the bed over time. Now, every mattress on the market is going to tell you that they are a cooling mattress and that they've solved this problem for you, but it's simply not true. And because of that, we have to assess each mattress on an individual basis. So how does the Egohome perform in terms of temperature regulation? Well, and what are they doing to cool this mattress down? Well, first and foremost, the cover is a cool to the touch cover. And what that means is the mattress is cool to the touch, not cool to the lay. I don't know how to say that in a less cheesy way, but basically any cooling cover, even in like the most expensive mattresses in the industry, any cooling cover is really just a game of density, is only effective for about 30 seconds at most. And the reason for that is density. They use a higher density weave, which makes the bed feel cool to the touch. It's no different than if you touch your wall or your desk, that's gonna feel cool, but within about 30 seconds, it'll equalize and the cooling effect is gone. That's what happens with all cooling covers at this price point and at any other price point as well. The next thing that they're doing is in their first memory foam layer of this mattress, they do infuse it with copper, which is a natural conductor of heat. So it grabs the heat and pulls it down and away from you. But again, copper infused foam really only does that until a certain point. So the real question is what's going on underneath that? Well, just underneath that layer, they have what they're calling their adapty foam. They don't really tell us what it is. They say it's a latex-like material, which basically just means it's an open cell foam that is bouncy, more or less, because that's what latex generally feels like. Now, it's a good thing that it's open cell foam, and that means that that layer will do a good job breathing so that the copper can continue to do its job all night long. They don't really tell us much about it except that it is a latex-like material, which means it's an open cell foam. That's a good thing in terms of temperature regulation because it means that the mattress can actually breathe. So while heat might build up in the first layer, it does actually have a place to escape. So then it becomes a question of how well does it escape? And actually in our testing, it did a pretty decent job as far as memory foam beds go. This bed is by no stretch of the imagination a cooling mattress. It feels great for about 20 minutes, but as you spend more and more time in this bed, that heat does continue to build up because while it dissipates heat, it doesn't dissipate it quite as fast as you build it up. And if you are a hot sleeper, you're going to probably wake up pretty warm in this bed as well. Now, if you don't typically sleep hot and you have AC in your house, you probably aren't gonna have an issue here. All in all though, this bed did better in terms of temperature regulation than I expected. I thought that this thing was going to be an absolute furnace. And thankfully that wasn't the case, but it definitely did build up some heat. And because of that, we give temperature regulation a 6.5 out of 10. And that takes us to our last category, which is value and durability of the bed. It's really hard to beat the value of a mattress that comes in at $499 in a queen. Yes, you can find cheaper mattresses on Amazon, but they're not really fully fledged mattresses offering a balance of support, pressure relief, and everything that you're actually looking for. Oftentimes, they're just a couple layers of foam stacked on top of each other, and they don't last very long at all. This bed here, the story is different. This is using 7 different layers of foam inside of it to create a comfortable and high quality sleep experience for the price. Side sleepers in particular are going to find a lot of value in this mattress. Mid-size to larger back sleepers and stomach sleepers of all sizes, you should probably just avoid this one though, because no matter how great of a deal a bed is, if it's not comfortable for you, it's really worthless. What does that mean for you and how long can you expect this mattress to be comfortable? Because there's a really big difference between how long a mattress will actually last and how long it will be comfortable, which is why if someone tells you that your mattress is going to last you 15 years pretty much anywhere, excluding like the highest quality latex beds, you should probably turn away and run or just not trust them, because almost no mattress remains comfortable and remains the same amount of comfortable for 15 years. These are pieces of furniture that we spend 8 hours on every single night. And because of that, they wear down, and some wear down much quicker than others. Assessing the materials that this mattress is made of, I would say that you can expect about 3 to 4 years of comfort life out of this bed. Now, if you're in it by yourself, you can rotate it and about double that. But if you're in this mattress with a partner, that would be where I would set my expectations, which, by the way, we consider a good comfort life to be about 7 years or more. So this bed is definitely coming in quite a bit lower, but that's no surprise given the price point that we're talking about here. All in all, this bed is an excellent value and delivers pretty good comfort any side sleeper looking for a budget mattress. We give value and durability a 9 out of 10, which means that the Egohome Black 14-inch mattress comes in at a 40 out of 50 in our review, or a solid 8 out of 10, which in my opinion is about the best that you could ask for when spending less than $500. Of course, with the caveat being, if you are a side sleeper. Anyway, that's our review of the Egohome Black 14-inch mattress. If you found this review helpful, please go ahead, leave a like and comment below. And by the way, if you're looking to get the best price on this mattress, we have an exclusive discount code linked below that will automatically update to get you the best deal possible on this mattress. Anyway, my name is Ethan. Thank you for watching this review, and we'll see you in the next video.